It's my apologies. Sometimes people like me with ADHD forget things. I want someone to call someone back to the stage. Yoel Zilberman, who established the HaShomer HaChadash, to say a few words.
It's okay, you just gave me more time to work on my English. So we are fine. First of all, happy to be here, and happy that my parents are here. Came from the Galilee, from Tzipori. And I want to maybe to leave you here a bit optimistic. I'm sure that you know that after 1903, after the program in Kishinev, there was the biggest aliyah of the world Jewry, but not to Israel, but to the United States. Most of the people left Europe and moved to the United States. But there was a very tiny group of people. There was 17 and 18 years old. That's it. People like Alexander Zaid, like the guy here on the picture, or Ben Gurion, Berl Katzenelson. They came to Israel when the situation of the Jews around the world was just before, few decades before the Holocaust. We know where we was. And I'm starting with that because in 1948, again, we met an unbelievable young generation. We lost 6,000 people during the war, but we had this state of Israel, Shah Tova. In 2023, on the 7th of October, after that I was going and reading so many articles about the worst generation ever that we have today. A generation that only doing drugs, put his time on screens, and thinks only about himself. We met a generation that is not less big than the generation that we saw in 1948 or in 1904. And I'm starting with that because I think that we are, like the friends here spoke about Sequoia, we are in a situation that we have so many problems. You know, I can make you not sleep tonight. Just to speak deeply about what's happening inside Israel. With 400,000 illegal guns inside Israel, I can make you not sleep tonight. There is so many problems, and we should not put our heads in the ground. But I want to speak about the young generation shortly, and I want to say that right now, I think that the most important piece for the Jerusalem Post is to build the new story of the war Jewry. I think that the new story need to start right now. We should not miss the crisis. And it's clear that Israel need to be independent as much as possible with our weapons, of course, with our energy and with our food. And we saw, just on the last year, the countries around us starving like it never was in the last 100 years. So it's also our opportunity. As we all know, different from the United States, the farmers in Israel don't live on the borders. They live in the middle of the country. In Israel, the farmers are the borders. Today, 50% of our food coming from Turkey and from Jordan. 50%. We are dependent on Turkey to feed ourselves. Tomorrow we can be starving here, inside Israel. The average age of a farmer, you can see here, on the back, my father is 71, it's 64, he's a bit older. And we don't have this new generation, and we have immigration from the Negev and the Galilee to the center of Israel and to Jerusalem. And we saw, during the war, I was just in a wedding yesterday night with a couple that was in one of our schools, Adam V'Adama, in our boarding school. They were studying together. She's a warrior and an officer. He's a warrior and an officer. They just got married yesterday. And they asked themselves, which meaningful mission we are going to take for our life. And I think this is the moment to build this big mission for the war Jewry. I think that also liberals and people from right and left can feel very comfortable with that because there is a lot of tikkun olam inside of it. Israel can become food independent, to have new communities on the borders, and to become the Joseph of the Middle East. And I'm putting this here as an idea. It's something super achievable, but it's something that you should start running your head. how we are going to build this Israeli envelope, strengthening our borders, that today there is so many places that are completely empty. For sure, the border between Israel to Jordan and the border between Israel to Egypt is empty. And where there is no life, there is also no army. It's going together. And if we will make these areas cultivate again, we can become not just food independent, we're also going to be food independent, but we will be the Joseph of the Middle East, and we'll support Africa and India and the rest of the world. I think it can be a great story, so we just think about it. And happy to be here. Thank you for everything.